Good morning children. Welcome back with the next new session. So in this session we are going to discuss the fresh new topic from 6th standard textbook, that is lesson number 9, government. Lesson number 9, government. Okay. So in this lesson we are going to talk about what actually the role of a government is. Okay. How the government is helping the citizens of the country. Okay. How government is ruling the country. What are the types of government we have in our country? What are the levels of government we have in our country? Okay, what are the organs are there in the government? Okay, so we'll all learn in this lesson. So firstly, when we speak about the government, so here government is a group of people or an body, a group of people or a body whose responsibility is to take care of the people or provide the welfare facilities to the people or the citizens who are living in the country. Now, their responsibility is to look after the needs of the people. That means supplying of food, supplying of water, supplying of like house, that means shelter, supplying or providing transport facilities, providing the jobs. Okay, so what not? Government is having so many other activities that they have to perform every year. Okay, now, so in all these things, the main responsibility of the government is to take care of the people as well as look after for the welfare of the citizens in the country. Now, when we talk about government, we have two types of government here now. Firstly, monarch government, that is monarchy, or the democratic government, that is democracy. Monarchy and the democracy. Monarchy and the democracy. Monarchy, mono and archy. Mono means single, archy means rule. Mono means single, archy means rule. Now here what happens is, monarchy means there will be only one person who will be taking the decisions for the people. Now, for example, in the olden days, as they were kings in every kingdoms, it is responsibility of the king to take the decisions for the people who are living in his kingdom, isn't it? A king's role is to take the decisions as well as look after the people who are living in his kingdom. So what happens in this monarchy is, it is an hierarchy. What is hierarchy, children? That means one after the next generation. For example, if the father is ruling, if the father is king, after the death of the father, the next person, that means the son, will be the next king for the family or will be the next king for the kingdom. So this is known as hierarchy. Okay. Now, so monarchy government, what happens is there will be only one person who will be taking the decisions as well as their decisions are final. Okay. Then what democracy is? So firstly, India is known for its best democratic country among the world. India is considered to be having the best democratic country in the world. Why? Because here in India, we choose our own elected representative. We choose our own elected representative. What is elected representative? For example, in your class of 20 members, there will be one class leader, isn't it? Whom you like that he or she can look after the class very well, isn't it? Look after the class very well. For example, if the teacher calls anyone from the 6th class, the first person who goes to the teacher is the class leader. Why only that person goes? Because he is the leader. He is going to represent everyone from the 6th standard, isn't it? Now a teacher calls, please call someone from 6th standard means, now here someone means only the leader will go. Okay. Nextly, entire class will not go, isn't it? Now in the same way, when we talk about the country, in the democratic country like India, when we say about the elected representative, that means there will be group of people or one or two people who will be looking after for the welfare of the country. Okay, that means here in democracy what happens is, we common people, okay, or the normal people like us, we choose our favorite person or person who is having all the good qualities. For example, he can look after the class very well. I mean, he can look after the country very well. He can take care of the people. He can take perfect decisions that will help the people. He'll be going to help the people who are in need. isn't it? As you're choosing a class leader, what you want? You want him to look after the class very well when the teacher is not present in the class. Okay, to collect the books and keep them safely. Who is having a good marks, or who speaks very well, who is having good discipline. Okay, so such a person you choose, isn't it, as a class leader? In the same way, the normal people or the common people choose the elected representative depending on the qualities that the person is having. Now, this process of choosing a person is known as elections. Choosing a person is known as elections. In your words, it is votes. You might have from your parents that we are going to put the vote, isn't it? So vote means what here? We are going to choose our elected representative who is going to represent or who is going to look after the country. Okay, you understood? So government first has two types. One is monarchy government and is democratic government. Now, when we talk about monarchy government, they are again two types again. They are again two types. One is direct elections, other is indirect elections. Direct elections, indirect elections. Now, direct elections means like we common people go and put a vote for a particular person, and if he or she wins, they are going to rule the country. Okay, that is direct election. That means we common people are going to directly vote the person. Okay, this is known as direct elections. Now, what indirect elections is, we people are not going to vote, but once whom we have voted, they will vote them. Okay, we have chosen some persons in the direct elections, so they are going to choose the persons who will be indirectly elected. Now here, people like President, Prime Minister of the country are known as indirect elections. President and the Prime Minister of the country are known as indirect elections. Okay, we'll talk about the direct and indirect elections in the next part of the lesson. Then, there are three levels of government. First level is the central level. That means the central government. Okay. Second level comes to the state government, state level. Third one is the district government, or you can say that local self-government. District government or local self-government. Okay. Central government here means Delhi is the capital of India. That means the main government is sitting in the Delhi there, who has to take decisions for the entire country India. Okay, then second one comes here is state government. State government, their decisions, whatever their decisions or whatever their duty is, will be between their own states only. They will not go to and they will not discuss or they will not bother about any other states. So state government, that means that particular state. For example, Andhra Pradesh is a state. So Andhra Pradesh state government. Okay. Then finally we have district government. So district government here is East Godavari district, for example. That means our district, East Godavari district. So what happens? There will be one certain group of people, a government who will be only looking after the district of East Godavari, isn't it? So these three levels are the levels of government. One is central level, state level, and the district government level. Okay, then. So what is the actual role of these people? Okay, their role is to look after the people, provide all the needs of the people as we have spoken about. Then there are some people who are standing or who are looking after us. Okay, who are standing in the border and they are looking after us, like the army people. They are also the people from the government only. Now they are also the people who are chosen by the government. They are having the government jobs. Okay, these people will be, their duty was given by the government is to protect the country from the terrorists, protect the country from neighbors country. Okay, so such people are known as the army people who have been appointed by the government. Now the government other activities like building houses, building schools, building hospitals, colleges, banks, building making of roads, bridges. So all these things are the other activities what government has. Okay, then next we are going to speak about is the organs of government. Now, what is organ of government? Organ means like we have organs like hands, legs, mouth, stomach, and all these are the organs. That means parts of the government, isn't it? Like parts of our body. In the same way, the government also have some parts. Okay, the government also have some parts. Firstly, the government has 3 parts. Depending on these 3 parts only, they can take any kind of decision that can help the country. They can take any decision depending on these 3 organs only that will help the country's development. Okay, so what are these 3 organs? They are legislative, judiciary, and executive. Legislative, judiciary, and executive. Okay, so what these are? Legislative means here people from the government are going to prepare the laws for the country. Laws means rules and regulations for the country. Laws means making rules and regulations for the country. Now remember like this: L for legislature and L for laws. L for legislature and L for laws. Who are going to prepare the laws for the country? Okay, this is the first organ. Second organ, judiciary. Now, judiciary means here judgment. Now, we all know who gives judgment. Yes, the judge. The judge is a person who is sitting in the court where we have seen, no, in the TVs and all, we have seen that there will be one person who is sitting in the center. He is known as the judge, who is going to take the decisions after listening to the problems of both the side parties. He is going to take the judgment. Okay, now this judgment will be taken, and all this judgment depends upon the laws that are written by the legislature. Okay, so he cannot take any kind of decision on his own, no. So there are some decisions which are been written by the legislature. Those laws only will have to be given. For example, a person has done any mistake. So for that particular mistake, what is the punishment that the law has written? Okay, so he has to take the decision there. Okay, so J for judiciary and J for judgment. L for legislature, L for laws, J for judiciary, and J for judgment. Okay, the last organ, that is executive government or executive wing. So what their work is to follow or implement the laws that are made for the country. For example, we people have certain rules and regulations that has to be followed in the country, isn't it? Followed in our school. For example, we have some rules and regulations that has to be followed by every student in the school, isn't it? So when these rules are kept, it has to be followed. If it is not followed, punishments will be given. In the same way, for every country there are some laws which are made by the legislature, and it has to be followed. So following here means it is done by executive. Okay, it is executive department. Okay, so they are the 3 organs. One is legislature, judiciary, and executive. Okay, then so till here we have learned about what government is, how many types of government we have, what are the levels of government. We have learned about the organs of government. In the next part of the lesson, we are going to discuss deep about the types of government as well as the levels of government again in deep. Okay. For any more doubts and queries, please ask us immediately. I hope you have all understood this part of the lesson very well. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class. Till then, bye children. Thank you. Have a nice day.